It's the mid-2000s, and you're done being the hero. Okay, no more Sonic. I want gun Sonic. Good riddance with being helpful. I'm gonna be mean for no reason.
Get out of here, now, before it blows.
Blows? What?
Run!
All right.
I can't believe that actually worked.
Yeah, give me my evil points for being evil and mean.
That was wicked, literally. Come on, dive through.
Yeah. That seems a little too far. I don't know about that. What? Is this a real critique on the mindless gameplay loop of killing a representation of real soldiers in a military shooter? From the mid-2010s? Get me out of here! Oh, yes. Funny alien make head explode. We're back. All these games are always so funny to me. Like, not only was it effective baits for teens that totally outgrew these kid games, but they perfectly encapsulated this comedic evil that was the same to me as cool, rebellious evil when I was like 14.
Anybody who gets in my way is my enemy.
See? This is why I like kicked kids in my way at the lunch line.
Anybody who gets in my way is my enemy.
They always had to point it out to you too, like you were a disobedient child in a Peppa Pig episode. This option, this one right here, it's the evil one, and you'd be naughty to pick it. Characters would gasp.
Oh my god! What did you do?
You'd get scolded by your teammates.
What's wrong with you? People are starving and you're stealing the only food they've seen in days?
I did it for us, to make sure we're taken care of.
I don't get you sometimes.
And you'd grow like devil horns if you kept doing it. These games would frequently keep track in some way or another if you were being a stand-up citizen or a dastardly demon, letting you know right before or after you did a little trolling that you'd earn yourself some bad boy points. These always did something, depending on the game, from affecting your route through the whole game to just slight cosmetic changes. But I think the important aspect of this system is that the game always acknowledges that you did something bad, whatever that is. Both you and the game coming to the conclusion that, yeah, killing the random person in the street was a bad thing to do makes it feel more like we're doing a little trolling rather than doing something bad because you think it's okay or justified. In Fallout 3, if you blew up Megaton, which, if you haven't played, is a town built around a giant nuclear bomb, and didn't get the evil karma rewarded, it'd feel like the developers or the world were okay with you killing innocents for your own gain. This lets the player roleplay as a bad guy rather than having to be one. I bring this all up because of how strange Palworld has felt to me even since its initial trailer. And it wasn't just the guns or the harsh working conditions, okay? What really gave me weird vibes from the initial trailer wasn't what was happening visually, but audibly. Listen to the music in this trailer. It's obviously not like, yeah, we hate these little dudes, although you could make a convincing argument. But it's also not so happy that it's in juxtaposition with what's happening on the screen. It's not trying to be like Meet the Pyro, where it's over-the-top happy music to play in contrast to the terrible stuff that's actually happening. It's pretty neutral. You'd hear this in the opening of a Dragon Quest game or some other RPG. It refuses to acknowledge what's happening on the screen in any way. Initially, I thought this might have been the symptom of what I suspected was an asset flip game, but obviously this didn't end up being the case at all. The strange feeling the trailer created carried over to the game. No matter what you do to these little dudes, the game never recognizes it. There's no evil gauge that goes up when you butcher them, or good gauge that goes up when you pet or feed them. Nobody comes swooping in to save your abused pals if you work them too hard, or tells you that your pals are strong because you treated them nice. In so many other games, when you do something evil and you turn around to it and it's like, yeah man, that was evil as hell, here's your commemorative coin that'll make your character glow red. And you like stuff a penguin into a rocket launcher and turn around to see what the game thinks about that, and it just stares at you and nothing. Well, surely I can build up a friendship meter or something if I'm nice, and again, nothing. There's no mechanical reward for petting them, or not letting them fall in combat, or whatever nice thing you can do to make up for launching one out of a missile launcher. I wonder if I can rocket jump up there. Can I? Other creature collector games constantly remind you that you're being nice to your creatures, even though you're not really doing anything to be nice to them. And when you are nice to them, whether that be through not letting them faint or just having them fight other creatures, you do so because it makes them stronger, not because you're friends. There's almost no way to be mean to them, and in the few ways you can, it makes them weaker by preventing some from even evolving. Hilariously, in the game where you can do this, kindness feels like real kindness. I'm not being nice because it gets me some tangible thing or advantage, but because it feels good to treat the little guys toiling away in my base all day well. I could push my pals harder and drive them to exhaustion for my own gain. But in the game I can express legitimate kindness, this really does feel evil. Evil in a way these games never could. Being good or bad in these games comes with pros and cons or unique abilities, giving another layer of abstraction between you picking the evil side and not actually being an evil person in real life. I didn't pick the dark side because I agree with them, but because I wanted the force choke ability, alright? Palworld doesn't give you that easy of an out. Being evil in Palworld is pushing your pals to exhaustion, discarding those who are expendable, and creating optimal but inhumane working environments for your own benefit, kinda like real life evil. But this also creates a unique opportunity for the player to show authentic kindness, not because it's good for your character build or because it conveniently makes them stronger or because you just like the color blue, but because it feels good to be nice. But I mean, come on. At the end of the day, they're ones and zeros. Is it really worth all the effort?
You have empathy because you can. Because you are strong. Because you can stand against the storm. Because others can rely on you. You are empathetic because you are superior. This has nothing to do with your moral standing. Being able to understand your fellow human is the first step to technological progress. You are empathetic because you have strength to spare. Do not waste your time on such weakness.
Oh, okay, I won't, jeez. Thanks for watching before Palworld adds a friendship mechanic and ruins the whole point of this video. Subscribe so you don't miss my next video about why every character is getting shoes. No more bare feet. I'm banning it. No more.